The role of African women in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. The United Nations celebrates with the International Day of Women and Girls in Science, February 11th, to remind us of the importance of gender equality and highlight the role of women and girls in science and technology. This year, the focus of the International Day of Women and Girls in Science will be on role of women, girls, and science in relation to the Sustainable Development Goals. African women have made many efforts to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, especially those relevant targets of interest in the HLPF. Regarding the implementation of Goal 6 related to access to clean water and sanitation, African women play a prominent role in access to water. 90% of rural housing in sub-Saharan Africa has no access to piped water. As a result, women and girls walk back and forth for 2.5 hours to fetch water for basic needs. Women and girls spend more than 40 billion hours a year transporting water to homes. With regard to Goal 7 related to the role of women in access to clean energy, women represent 32% of those working in renewables in Africa. This is higher than 22% in traditional energy industries such as oil and gas in Africa. Regarding Goal 9 related to industry, innovation, and technology, women occupy about 30% of technology-related technical roles on the African continent. In sub-Saharan Africa, however, only 18 to 31% of science researchers are women, a small percentage compared to other continents. As for SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities, on the African continent, women bear higher costs and face greater obstacles in their mobility than men. Transportation networks do not adequately meet the needs of women. Only about 15% of women have access to urban transportation, and only 4% in rural Africa. Regarding to Goal 17 on achieving partnership for sustainable development, there are many initiatives that have been put in place to empower African women to achieve a thriving economy for the African continent. A commercial bank with $15 million capital set up to grant credit to women, with the aim of encouraging female entrepreneurship for Africa's prosperity. Therefore, despite the challenges faced by African women, to date, however, they are actively engaged in addressing challenges and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.